This story unfolds in the seclusion of a Norwegian peninsula, circa 2006, during my 15th year. Halloween had arrived, casting me into an unusual predicament, too mature for the holidays' festivities yet too youthful for the raucous parties that typically ensued. In this tranquil corner of the world, not much stirred. Consequently, I resigned myself to a solitary evening at home, engrossed in the realm of RuneScape on my desktop. My virtual escape ensnared me, even if it meant playing in the dim light, a practice I knew was detrimental to my vision. My fixation endured until the sun dipped below the horizon. Lost within the digital world, I remained oblivious to my surroundings. Then, around 9 p.m., my mother entered my room, endeavoring to capture my attention with a tap on the shoulder. Regrettably, my noise-canceling headphones formed an impervious barrier, shielding me from her voice. She reiterated her intentions, "I'll be away for 20 minutes, and subsequently descended the stairs, her exit punctuated by the resonant slam of the door. I swiftly returned to my virtual realm. Little did I know that an unsettling episode awaited. Gazing through the wide-open door of my bedroom, I discerned a lengthy hallway leading to my mother's room, situated directly across. The absence of illumination rendered it arduous to discern any objects or figures, at least until my eyes adapted to the darkness after prolonged exposure to the computer screen's glow. You're familiar with that sensation when one of your senses detects something before your conscious mind processes it, right? Well, that's precisely what I underwent. A disquieting sense of unease washed over me, as if another presence lurked nearby, watching me. My initial assumption was that my mother had returned, yet the lack of illumination perplexed me. Squinting down the dim corridor, I beheld it, an eerie, luminous entity. It took the form of a sizable, fluorescent green sphere, seemingly suspended in the air. For an instant, panic seized me until the realization dawned. This was no otherworldly sphere but a countenance concealed beneath a glow-in-the-dark mask. It wasn't levitating, someone was wearing it. This individual faced me, though the rest of their form remained shrouded. The head, however, remained fixed on my location, gradually inching closer. The face bore an unsettling, inscrutable expression, defying precise description, yet it imprinted itself in my memory. Recognizing that I had detected him, the masked figure froze. We engaged in a tense standoff, and he raised a finger to the lips of his mask. "I'm just a trick-or-treater," he declared in a voice unfamiliar to me. In a state of shock, not knowing how to respond, I mumbled, "So what?" "Trick or treat." He remained unresponsive, yet the eerie countenance continued its approach. I sprang from my chair, slamming my bedroom door and securing it with the deadbolt. I pressed my entire body against it, listening to the stranger's labored breaths on the other side. He tugged at the doorknob, and his breathing grew more intense, heightening the fear. He persisted, attempting the knob repeatedly. Then, I heard his brisk footsteps descending the stairs, and what I assumed to be the sound of the front door opening and closing. In a state of shock, I remained barricaded in my room, sobbing, until my mother returned. It felt like an eternity had passed since I'd last seen her. She inquired about my well-being and the large bag left in the hallway, and I recounted the strange encounter. She promptly contacted the authorities. To this day, I'd like to believe it was not a genuine threat, but rather the misguided actions of an unstable individual, perhaps a peculiar Halloween prank. Nevertheless, the unsettling aspect remains that unfamiliar faces were a rarity on this small peninsula, and it's likely that someone in my family was acquainted with this intruder. The thought that I might have subsequently interacted with this person deeply disconcerts me, and I never felt secure again. This is one of the reasons I eventually left when I turned 18.